you are back here at Pasya PH for our SRHR Roundups. And today is a very exciting day because we're doing this as a post day of the girl. I am Teta of WGNRR.
Hello, and I am Shif from WGNRR. And again, Pasya PH is your channel on the latest updates on sexual and reproductive health and rights in the Philippines. So we invite everyone to follow our page and help support women and girls make informed choices on their body, health, and lives free from discrimination, stigma, and violence.
Pasya PH is managed by Women's Global Network for Reproductive Rights, and today's webcast is brought to us always by She Project. And we are so thankful for our partners, Oxfam and Global Affairs Canada. Ship, like I said, this is about Day of the Girl. At meron na good afternoon from Yas. Hi, Mark Devon. Good afternoon kasi ang ating isang guest ngayon ay from Yas. Like I said, the episode is about Day of the Girl. Ship, what is Day of the Girl? Bakit ba natin sinaselebrate or ina-observe yan every year?
Okay. So, Teta, sa very first episode ng SRHR Roundups natin, pinag-usapan natin yung Beijing Platform for Action, which was basically a conference where women's rights advocates got together to talk about the status of women and their rights. So, during that same conference, merong realization o insight na meron ding specific na pangangailangan ang mga batang babae or ang girl child na iba, although related, iba at unique sa kanila compared sa women. So, kailangan may focus sa mga needs nila at sa sarili nilang rights. Kaya nagkaroon ng celebration for International Day of the Girl o International Day of the Girl Child. And it's celebrated every October 11. Yes.
And not only that, dahil syempre, no, part tayo ng Beehive, kaya yung ating title ngayon ay Who Run the World?
Who Run the World, Girl.
Yan. Kaya nakasabi mo nga, diba, Ship? Nakita ko yung post mo. We are fulfilling the Beehive agenda today.
Yes.
Kaya, yun yung title natin.
And,
yes. And without further ado, let's dive in and call our guest.
Hello everyone, live from Marikina as usual, Chef from WGNRR, and kasama ko ngayon si OJ from the Young Advocates for SRHR. Hello OJ! So,
hi po,
ngayon, OJ,
yeah.
and kumusta?
Yes, I'm actually working from home, still doing online class in Zamboanga City. As you can hear sa background, may mga manok pa rin. Alam niyo na yan, mga struggles when facing online class, mga unintended noises. So hi guys, welcome to this live.
Yes, hello. Welcome, OJ. And very happy kami na nakakasama mo kami ngayon despite your online class. Nabigyan mo kami ng time. And hello naman dyan sa ating very, very alive na rooster no, in the background.
Yes.
Okay. So, OJ, yung sa aming SRHR Roundups, I don't know if you've seen the past episodes, pero meron kaming segment na tinatawag naming Bet or Wheat. So basically, we present a lineup of news items and then you can tell us if the news item is Bet or Wheat. Okay. So, start na tayo. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, sige na po.
News item. Okay. So, yung Girls Not Brides Act ay pumasa na sa second reading sa Senate after an online rally that was organized by Philippine Legislators Committee on Population and Development and attended by YAS. So, ayun. So, nag-online rally and may mga girl defenders that got together to ask and rally for this bill on ending child marriage. Anong masasabi mo dito, OJ? Bet or wheat?
Yeah. So yes, strong opinion ko talaga dito. Very bet na bet talaga yan, yung Girls Not Brides Act, right? Because us advocates for women, for young children as well. And I'm really proud that YAS is part of that conversation as well because we advocate for the rights of children and that these child marriages aren't consensual. These are not wala yan siya like for the choices that are in the interest of women and also children. So ayan, for pushing this act, this will really like help children all around the globe, and that somehow better living conditions natin dito, especially during the pandemic, since like we are isolated at our homes. So yes po, very bet na bet yan yung Girls Not Brides act for me.
Yes, tama ka dyan, AJ, no? OJ, sorry. Tama ka dyan. Kasi 'di ba, ngayong ang pandemic time and anytime in basta humanitarian crisis, actually tumataas yung incidence natin ng child marriages. At hindi man alam ng mga viewers natin, but actually, the Philippines is 12th in absolute number of child marriages globally. So, absolute number. So, hindi siya percentage ng population, pero that's still a pretty, I think that's still pretty high. Hindi mo i-expect na problem siya dito sa Pilipinas, di ba? Pero yes, it is. So, very important tong bill na to. Okay. Next, for our next news item, ito. Okay, OJ. Marunong ka ba magbisaya?
Yes, konti lang talaga, but we're trying. Ayan.
Sige. So, basically, may lumabas na DepEd module na merong multiple choice question. Babasahin ko siya for our viewers. Si nanay maultig atiman sa mga anak o gitawag nga blank sa panimalay. So, translated in Filipino, si nanay ang taga-alaga ng mga anak at tinatawag na blank ng tahanan. Feeling ko alam natin yung answer dito, pero tingnan natin yung choices. A, haligi. B, haligi sa Tagalog, di ba? B, suga o ilaw. O C, katabang o katulong. Okay. So, syempre, yung sinagot dahil choice siya, ang sinagot ng student, mukhang itong C, katabang. At syempre, mali siya. So, OJ, itong news item na to, bet or wheat?
For me po, very wheat talaga siya, no? Kasi, I don't know, meron yun especially sa Facebook, DepEd, like, a lot of people are complaining sa DepEd modules being so, like, not sila for, like, gender roles when talking about this. So, siguro, especially, I'm part of the YAS organization where these DepEd modules are, like, concentrated talaga to the police, like, sa mga public school children that are, like, knowing about na may gender roles na ganyan that still constrain, like, ano yung mga opportunities, ano yung parang certain actions that a certain gender can do. So, parang siguro, it's in, like, the best, we need to hold, like, DepEd and those who, like, produce these modules into a higher, like, accountability on what information na lang they try to, like, teach our children. Tapos, again, in the pandemic, where information is very, like, limited, knowing na we are only, like, online, we don't have face-to-face classes, it's better talaga to know that these informations are true and that they are valid in society po. So, yun.
Yes. Ang ganda ng answer mo, OJ. And dahil sinimulan mo na rin namang i-introduce ang YAS at ang mga learnings mo from that organization, can you tell us a bit more about it and why YAS helps you as a girl child? #It's a girl thing.
So yes po, for those viewers that do not know anything about YASPA, like it's better to, like, especially in this pandemic, you would know ano yung mga different organizations that advocate. So YAS is short for, like, Youth Advocates for Sexual and Reproductive Health and Rights. So we are a group of individuals who underwent a boot camp for, like, approximately a long period of time, siguro with our different modules, and then, like, we also had a lot of sessions together to know more about sexual and reproductive health and rights. Why do we need it? So, along those periods of time, now we are, like, becoming an organization in of itself. We produce, like, activities to, like, engage the audience through social media, ganyan, on what these kinds of rights are and why do we need it. So right now, I think we have, like, and it's funny po, like, I recently turned 16. Because my birthday was, like, on the International Day of the Girl.
Oh my
So,
God,
like,
belated
yeah.
happy birthday!
October 11
Ayan.
talaga siya. That's why siguro, like, I have a strong, because, like, I was really born into the, like, International Day of the Girl kuno. So ayan. Like, YAS really advocates for, like, the power of a woman, the power of a child, and how to protect it in society, knowing na we still live in a world where the news is scary. Like, it could like headline after headline, there are still scary like news out there. The rights of like millions of women are still not being protected. So siguro Yas puts that narrative into the perspective and then like makes it a conversation not for like a certain group of people, not lang for like Congress or like for higher people, but like people like some normal scene talaga, like everyday people like us. So really that's why like Yas helps with this. Ayan.
Wow, yes. Bet na bet ang young advocates for SRHR ha. So thank you OJ for that introduction to Yas. Naalala ko kasi as far as I know, nagsimula yung bootcamp nyo during the pandemic. So can you tell us more about yung experience of going through that bootcamp amid our situation?
Ayan, so the bootcamp really was my first encounter like with online class. It started way before like I had online class. So siguro nagpa-prepare na din sa akin. With the bootcamp, we had like every week actually, Saturday sessions. It went for as long as like different sessions. I think we had 6 sessions all in all, and it or more. It had the past alumni of like Yas, and for like certain individuals who are known in the field. It was a pretty like good experience, pretty like a very refreshing thing. Like you think you already know about like rights, you already know about sexual and reproductive, why do we need it? But then the bootcamp actually helps you to like learn more about it. Like even as an individual, why do you still care? Why do like apathetic people or like the men in society still need to like care about these rights even though it does not advocate for them? Parang something like that. It's like all about all about like us in a society po. Kaya like very thankful din ako for Yas for that bootcamp and that saying na for other people to always grab the opportunity to learn, because there's always like little points of improvement, little like stuff to know pa rin, even if you think you know the topic already. So ayan.
Yes, thank you OJ. So
Thank you.
yes, I think na-touch mo na rin, pero yung isa pang final question, no, bago natin kilalanin yung next nating girl advocate. Ano sa tingin mo yung pinaka pressing hashtag girl problems ngayon? Feel ko parang sobrang okay na tanungin ka as someone na born on International Day of the Girl.
Yes po. So siguro especially not only pandemic wise pero siguro it like got heightened during the pandemic lang. The case for unintended pregnancies or like child pregnancies mostly is a really like relevant and like touch on topic, and sadly it's not getting reported as much. It's only like not a lot of people know about it, not a lot of like you don't know like if your neighbor is going through this, you don't know like there aren't enough resources for a certain place for like help to occur. Pero like yeah, on these kinds of topics we need to like get involved like as an organization. We need to like touch on like other organizations as well in the national, regional and city level, parang ganun po, to actually like protect yung mga children natin, to protect like these women who are going abuses at home because they are isolated. We don't know that even though na parang we can't go outside, that somehow like in this COVID corona thing, that our safe haven is the house. Sometimes for other people the environment at home isn't that safe, isn't that like well protected, ganyan. So siguro like call on your friends, call on your like relatives if ever, as an individual, if you think like they're not as active na or they don't like interact with you as much, maybe there's a problem then at home. So that's like a topic we need to address, especially sa pandemic natin ngayon.
Okay, thank you OJ. So syempre I think later we will be talking more about the initiatives of Yas and how people can participate. So I'm gonna pass our screen to Miss Teta and our next guest for their own Better Way segment. So let's watch out for that.
All right. Thank Thank you so much kay Shiv at kay Belle. Talk about girl power. Thank you so much, OJ. And now we have, for another dose of girl power, we have Belle from Girls for Peace. Hi, Belle!
Hi! Medyo mukha pa akong human burrito, Kasi medyo malamig dito.
Kaya nga nag-jacket din ako for you kasi alam kong malamig ang panahon. Belle is a student of UP Manila. Tama ba?
Yes!
Kamusta ang pag-online class?
Stress. Sobrang stress may ang online classes dahil parang yung feeling namin para na kaming mga backlogs na tinubuan ng tao, mga ganong level yung struggle sa online class dahil parang ang hirap mag-keep up compared doon sa face-to-face class.
Parang
with the addition of yung blurred lines between the home and yung work naman. So, ang hirap niya i-manage. Hi.
Yes. Kasi parang same experience with us, working, mas mabigat siya gawin yung work from home. We expect ganun din sa online class. And aside from that, Belle, kanina binigay natin kay OJ yung bet or wheat. We asked you for your initial reactions ng issue, which I will also do with you. So, may papakita ko sa yung balita and tell me, ano yung masasabi mo tungkol dito?
Okay.
First, kung nabalitaan nyo to, marami sa atin nakabalita nito, we're so saddened, that case of Baby River. Baby River is the daughter of a political prisoner, and lawyers and supporters of the mother were asking na bigyan naman natin ng furlough si yung nanay. Actually, when the baby was still in the hospital, pero hindi nangyari. And then ngayon, ang huling balita natin is kinat short pa yung supposedly 3 days na binigay sa kanya. How do you feel about this news?
Grabe, sobrang talaga. I mean, yung pagkakita ko pa lang ay sobrang nakagalit at ang bigat na talaga sa puso. Kasi yung recent pa lang yun, yung recent din na parang update ganyan. Kung makikita din ng mga ng mga people ngayon, ng mga nanonood din sa atin ngayon na bumisita na si Reyna doon sa labi ni Baby River. Pero nakaposas pa rin siya. Sobrang, kaya mas nakakagalit kasi manifested, kumbaga, na even the children are victims talaga of state terrorism. And for what? Just for repressing dissent of the people na habang nasa gitna pa tayo ng isang pandemic crisis, 'di ba? Dahil sobrang
to put this into perspective, kung bakit siya nakakagalit, siguro nakakalungkot, is when you look back and think of all the times that big names who were killed were given the opportunity to go out, mag-attend ng birthday, mag-attend sa kanilang pamilya in the hospital. So alam natin na hindi siya imposibleng gawin. That they grant this kind of parang furlough to other those who were detained. Kaya lalong nakakagalit kasi nga we always see like yung justice system, kanino lang talaga siya nagsiserve. Especially
kanino lang talaga nagsiserve.
Yes, who is a political person we always call. I know for sure that Girls for Peace also saying the release of political prisoners like Ina. Thank you so much, Belle, for that. Next ating item ay this one. I'm sure you would love this. News. Cayetano resigns as Velasco's speakership election radical.
So, kung sapakin yung monitor. Hi, ayun, yung kay Cayetano, just very, with this news, very evident yung pagiging scam nung title nila of being a public servant. Since they really are not genuine representative of the people bilang legislator. So kitang-kita yung pag-pursue nila for political power just to achieve their self-serving interest. Kahit pa isipin natin nasa gitna tayo ng pandemya at mas mahalaga kasi naging kasabay din kasi yun yung issue sa budget deliberation. So parang girl, Unahin pa ba natin yung pag-aagawan ninyo?
Kaya gusto kong sabihin, girl, paano ka nag-resign kung natanggal ka? Like, question ko na lahat ng truth.
Parang na masabi na nag-resign ka? Tapos itong si si Velasco is just, another Duterte crony, and then sobrang, evident na yung pagiging blurred ng or yung pag-destroy nila ganyan sa institution ng democracy. Dahil blurred na yung separation of powers talaga and checks and balance. Parang sila lang yung nagbabardagulan dun for power instead of really serving the
yes,
people.
And being held hostage sa lahat ng ito were the budget. Yun ang nakakalungkot kasi sa lahat ng ginagawa ito, na-held hostage yung budget, which ito yung mag-a-affect in terms of delivery of services to children and to young women. And speaking of that, madami tayong, tulad ng pinakita natin with this bet or with no. Someone like you, a young person with Girls for Peace, are aware and very much in tune tungkol sa mga pangyayari. And why is that? What does Girls for Peace stand for? Bakit ba nabuo ang Girls for Peace?
Oo nga, tama. Ano ba yung Girls for Peace na yan? So, Girls for Peace is a progressive alliance of organizations, primarily those that are women-based, like mga sororities, ganyan. And then we also target councils and publications from all-girls schools. And then, of course, young women individuals. Though hindi naman kami sarado, dahil we also have member organizations from mass organizations, ganyan, mga legal trads. Tapos, emphasize siguro natin yung yung young women doon sa nabanggit ko. Dahil under sa Philippine society kasi 'di ba, kalahati tayo ng population yung mga babae for different sectors, from peasants, workers, even us sa youth. Yet women are continuously victimized and subjected to violence in schools, workplace, communities, even sa mga sa mga bahay natin. And this is further worsened by the institutionalization of state forces. Kasi even the president himself, 'di ba, ay nino-normalize yung mga misogynistic, sexist, and rape remarks. Tapos andyan din yung culture of impunity. So parang mapapatanong ka talaga na bakit tayo pinagsasamantalahan sa isang lipunan na tayo naman yung nagluwal. So Girls for Peace recognize that under this feudal patriarchal society, 'di ba? Yung these circumstances, yung mga nabanggit ko ay kumbaga it compel us, especially young women, to stand as doon natin ipasok yung yung emphasis siguro sa young women. Dahil naman mga kabataan tsaka yung mga chikiting ay lagi tayong dedicated to learn something new and of course actively participate for change. So goal talaga na ma-educate at ma-mobilize yung young women dahil meron talaga tayong role doon sa pag-forward ng struggles of women and the children, of course.
Yeah, what forms of activities ang ginagawa ng Girls for Peace? Kasi in a society, binabanggit mo kanina yung mga isms ng society natin, no? Ito yung mga how our society works. I mean, girls and young women especially are not expected and even discouraged from speaking up. And you are only parang allowed or pwede kang magsalita about things, pero when it comes to be parang talks or questions, those in system and those in power, nagiging disrespectful ka na, sasabihan ka. So what other activities na ginagawa ng Girls for Peace and to encourage young women to speak up?
Ayun. So sa Girls for Peace, syempre, una, we hold mass orientations. Kumbaga nag-i-invite kami, nag-re-release ng mga propaganda materials online dahil since talaga mas online setup yung galawan natin ngayon. So doon nag-release ng mga propaganda materials to invite and para kumbaga mapakalat yung advocacies natin and makita ng fellow young women individuals. Tapos ayun, nag-hold tayo ng orientations for them about the alliance. And then if they realize na kumbaga yung principles nila ay inline sa principles din ng alliance, and then we welcome them as members. Tapos we hold educational discussions dahil parang kumbaga first step siya yung pag-educate natin sa young women individuals, kasi kapag 'di ba pag nagiging aware na tayo doon sa mga issue na that involves us ganyan, even yung mga issues on a national level sa society, parang yun yung kapag nalaman mo na or parang pag naging aware ka na doon, yun yung magiging impetus kumbaga or yung driving force sa iyo para mas matuto pa ganyan and to really actively participate. Although ngayon I sense limited yung paggalaw ng tao, yung mobilization ng tao. Mas online tayo ngayon pero we also do and strive to schedule basic mass integrations, yung kumbaga punta talaga sa mga communities, ganyan, para malaman talaga kung ano yung kalagayan nila. Kasi iba pa rin yung kumbaga pag tayo yung nakakasama talaga ng mga ordinaryong kumbaga pag pumupunta talaga tayo sa kanila compare dun sa mga sinasabi lang sa atin, ganyan. So, ganun yung parang system kung paano natin na-educate, mamobilize, and yun, para actively na involve yung young women doon sa movement natin for change.
Yes. Kanina si OJ was talking about yung issues na nakikita nila. In particular, their advocacy focuses on empowering young women and young people to claim their rights for their bodies and their sexuality so that other than parang also gaining yung freedom for their lives and reproductive health, makapag-participate din sila fully in society as young people. For Girls for Peace, what is that picture of society that you are looking for and working towards?
Girls for Peace, kumbaga, what we advocate for is a society na free from any form of abuse. Tapos ipapasok din natin dyan yung campaigns natin towards just and lasting peace. Kumbaga, kilala kasi natin hindi natin ma-achieve yung peace talaga hangga't hindi natin na-achieve yung accountability and justice for all the victims of state terrorism. Kumbaga, kaya ika nga sinasabi na no justice, no peace. Kaya only through that and through collective action, of course, we strives towards a society kung saan genuine na talaga yung emancipation ng women at hindi lang yung halimbawa hindi lang na basta may position ka sa government, basta nakakapag-post ka ng pictures, kumbaga genuine talaga at hindi ka objectified, ganyan, hindi ka subjected talaga sa violence.
Thank you so much kayo yung binabanggit, especially for this time, no? Very importantly, sinasabi mo nga na you can only achieve peace kung may justice nga naman. And the justice, especially for this, is ensuring women, young girls, and all their families and communities addressing issues of health, jobs, and rights. Kasi maraming nangyayaring ganyan. And thank you so much and good luck always to Girls for Peace and let us know lagi how we can support you. And let's call back Chief and OJ. Thank you so much, Belle, OJ, for joining us in this post-Day of the Girl. And before we let you go, isang mahalagang importante, so major talaga na tanong ito. What is girl power for you? Paano ba ang girl power and what does girl power means? OJ.
Okay. So for me, I think girl power is like reclaiming the spaces we have on society. Like for so long, it has been denied for us, like especially in politics, in Congress, even in like workspaces right now, we still don't have like enough opportunities for us. So siguro in our own way, in our own sense of empowerment, like you do you girls, like don't let society like tumble you down if they say that you can't. Like echo them back as louder as the chickens in the background that you can't. Ayan.
Thank you, OJ. At maraming salamat sa manok na pula na nandiyan. Special guest talaga. Dapat sinama natin siya sa poster, Chief. Ikaw naman, Belle, ano ang girl power sa'yo?
So, girl power for me is, of course, since Girls for Peace also believes in intersectional feminism, yung pagiging intersectional ng struggle nating mga kababaihan. So, we believe that being in power or a girl in power is a girl with the who struggle with the masses or with the basic sectors of our society. Kasi bilang nabanggit ko kanina yung kahalagahan ng collective action, ganyan, di ba binabanggit natin na there is always strength in numbers. So kapag united tayo sa struggle mismo ng society, ng iba't ibang sectors, ganyan, at hindi lang tayo limitado sa parang sa sarili nating struggle, ganyan. We also advocate for their emancipation. Then that is true power. Kasi mahirap kung kung parang collectively tayong galit, tayong mga tao doon sa injustices, but individually tayong kumikilos, diba? So, a genuine strength or a genuine power is really found in collective action.
Thank you so much. I've heard YAS has very exciting activity lately. Ano yun, OJ? Pakishare naman sa ating
So,
viewers.
yes. In line with the different activities YAS has, meron yan tayo yung Share Mo Line contest wherein people can express their certain opinions about a certain topic. So since we recently concluded the International Girl of the Day, the question now is, how should you celebrate girl power? So very exciting yan. You can answer, you can check other answers, or you can answer for yourself. Just check the Facebook page ng YAS, which is Young Advocates for SRHR, or you can check their IG and their Twitter at YAS2SRR. So you can check there, guys. So mga nanood ng live, go!
May pa-load daw yan balita ko.
Yes, I think may pa-load yan, mga prize yan. If you're like witty enough, go na to them.
Paano naman?
Yes, kaya Belle, kaya sagutin mo na ngayon, Belle, kasi kokopyahin ko para manalo ako. Ano nga yung question, OJ, share mo lang? Ulit?
How do you celebrate girl power? How should you celebrate girl power?
How do you celebrate girl power?
Parang nasagot
Belle,
natin.
how do you celebrate girl power?
Gigi, nakita mo yung sagot ko kanina, di ba? Baka pwede na yun. Baka,
May pang-load na mamaya.
Set ko yung Gcash ko mamaya.
Happy.
Belle, invite them. Saan yung mahahanap talaga? How do young girls who want to connect to Girls for Peace, paano kayo mako-connect? If they want to join your advocacies?
Ayan, so since ayun nga, puro online tayo ngayon, you can like yung Facebook page ng Girls for Peace. And search na lang Girls for Peace. Tapos for Twitter, yung username ay nakalimutan. At Girls for Peace 2017. So yan, you can follow and like our social media accounts to see yung mga propaganda namin na nire-release and statement to stay updated with the current issues of not just on women but also on other issue involving other sectors of the society. And then ayun, message nyo lang ako. Tapos ako pa yung sasagot sa inyo sa Facebook page. Mag-schedule tayo ng orientation for membership. And then, ayun, kung gusto niyo rin magpa-schedule ng mga educational discussion, halimbawa kahit yung struggles of women, ganyan, chat nyo lang kami. Dami naming time since nasa bahay pa lang, ganyan. Pwede na kami i-message.
Kasi talaga yung SEM mo, 21 units doon, yung organizing, ganun talaga dapat. We should have our priorities.
Hindi ko alam yun. Ano yung AKAD?
Thank you so much. Maraming salamat, OJ. Maraming salamat, Belle.
Thank you, OJ.
And thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
inspiring us.
Come back sa Pasya. Ayan. Bye.
Ayun.
Alright.
Diba? Nakaka-inspire for us. Sabi hindi na kasi tayo girls Nakaka-inspire to see actually younger women, younger people who are doing and being more active. Kasi parang yung mga tayong older who were not able to achieve whatever the kind of society that we have, and we see these young people doing it, actively and braver, I think, than older generations, especially that they have the means also to reach out to other people. So, nakakatawa. And before we leave,
grabe talaga yung activism ng mga young advocates natin.
Before we leave, let me ask you then, what is girl power for you, Shiv?
Hi, oh my God, I'm on the spot. Well, for me, girl power, similarly, di ba, parang girl power is being able to take up space in society, but at the same time, empower others with you. So yun, yung intersectionality of struggles, gustong-gusto ko na sinabi yun ni OJ, ni Belle pala, na yun, we don't see ourselves as separate from society. We see ourselves as struggling with all sectors of society. Because feminists, at the end of the day, what do we want? We want a system change, right? Gusto natin mawaksi ang patriarchy. So ayun. That's what girl power is for me.
Girl power for me, I think it starts with questioning. pagtatanong siya, why is this like this? Bakit ako nabubuhay ng ganito? Bakit ako nakakaranas ng ganito? And then questioning, and then actually, I think power comes when you realize that you have what it takes and you have the ability actually to change and give the answer to the questions na meron ka. And tayo, like girls and women, like in our everyday life, we see the injustices bilang babae. We see the difference of how what we experience as a woman, as a girl, kumpara sa ating mga kuya, kumpara sa ating mga leaders, na women versus men. But yung binabanggit mo nga na it doesn't stop from seeing, ito yung injustice na nararamdaman ko, nararanasan ko. It's also saying, yung injustice ko ay nararanasan din ng ibang babae. And also, the reality is, may injustice na nararamdaman ako or nararanasan ako bilang babae could also be perpetrated by other women because it's a system. It's a system that actually perpetrating that injustices na meron tayo. Kaya we always have to see and see the power. Power only, I think, na mas nararamdaman at mas nararanasan at magkakaroon ng effect. Yun nga, pag collectively natin ginagawa. So thank you so much sa ating mga viewers to stay with us at sa ating guests, and we're really so happy and so lucky that they have with us to say, yun nga, yung title natin ngayon, Who Run the World?
Girls, ayan.
Thank you so much for joining us and hope to see you again. Invite them again, Shift, for our to check out what can they see and in Pasya PH every time.
Alright. So, posted na yung Share Mo Line Mo contest sa ating Pasya PH page. So, anyone who wants to participate, check out our feed. And of course, continue to follow us as we monitor not just women's rights, but also SRHR concerning girls' rights. Ayan. So, tutuloy-tuloy natin yung discussion here on our page. Participate, comment, and let's talk about these issues. So, until the next SRHR